In this video, we're going to show you some examples of the dashboards in the Dusk IOP. Once you've logged in, the first screen you arrive at is the dashboard screen. In the top left is a cog icon for adding the tiles. Clicking this shows a series of pre-configured tiles that can be dragged over onto the dashboard. In this case, we've dragged over job scheduled, asset locations, send SMS, messages, and weather. If your tile has a map base behind it, you're able to configure the data that's displayed. So in this case, by clicking the cog icon in the top right corner for settings, we're able to choose what we'd like to show. Once we're happy with that, we press close and it leaves the data visible. This is one example and this is another. So by selecting assets, we're given the values that go with it. We can choose any of the information, so these are pre-configured elsewhere in the platform. We can choose jobs, or in the case of what we had previously, it was stores. So we select the location field from the form. In this case, cycle day is a type field, so we select that, and we can show the days. And if we'd like to see resources, we can tick that and press save. Further down, we have other settings available on the SMS, their notifications, the weather, and also the alerts. Once we're happy with that, we can either reposition them using the arrow icon in the top left, or we can just press the cog to save the settings. Then once we've got the tiles saved, we can set about using them to manage our jobs or our day. In this case here, we can zoom out and we can look at other information that's available. So we have a couple of stores up in Sydney for this map here, and we're able to see them here. By scrolling up, we're also able to see those same stores, but reflected differently, because in this case they're unassigned jobs. So by going up to Sydney here, we're able to see that that job is unassigned. So what we can do here is actually use, in the top right corner is a lasso tool. So we can circle the job, and we can choose a resource. And in this case, we can choose Wayne Foster, we can choose when we'd like the job to be completed, if there's any equipment to go with it, or if the job forms part of a package. We can then click Assign. Further down, we're able to send SMSs to people, we can search for them, we can type in messages, and we can use the templates function for selecting predefined values from elsewhere in the platform. The other part of the dashboard is the operational side of it for figures. So by selecting Program Manager here, we're able to see a snapshot of all the work. We can got filters across the top as well to make life a bit easier. So we have a variety of different views here. We can also toggle between different resources here to see what they're working on. We can filter by customers as well. To set up the Program Manager and the other available dashboards, we go into the Personnel menu, we go across, and we go down to Roles. Once we're in Roles, we can go into any of these and choose which dashboards they should see. So in this case here, we've got Head Office Admin set up. And once we're in here, we scroll down to Dashboards and we can select them in here. This makes them available for anyone with that role. And this is how you use the dashboards in the Dusk IOP.